All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. So I just want to kind of give you guys an update. As you guys know, I've been extremely busy. I've had my kids for the entire month, which has been great. I've been spending a lot of time with them. So up until July 31st, I'll be making fewer videos. I did want to take a second to talk about one, the Holochain AMA. And I know I'm late to the party, but like I said, I've been extremely busy. My kids are here for a month, and then I'm going to be gone for the entire month of September, which was where I believe that Holochain is going to launch all of their stuff, and then Hot is going to take off until like 15 cents or some shit while I'm away. It always happens while I'm away. So I'm going to be gone for an entire month, and then I'm going to have to, I don't know, drive back or fly back if something major happens. It's just crazy. But anyway, going back to the AMA, it was a normal AMA. Their AMAs are getting better. They were just answering questions about the about Hello Vola. I don't really take anything major from the AMA. They did answer some questions from the public. I saw the AMA, and actually I was live at the AMA, but I decided not to do anything, say anything, participate in anything. I was just a little bit busy, so I just wanted to just listen in on it. I did listen to or read a lot of comments, and once again, I believe Nathan was the one who answered a lot of questions concerning in the live chat. So one of the questions that I think is important, I guess I better make a statement real quick. I believe that there's a lot of there. We're almost 2 months away, right? We're about 2 months away from it being launched, and even if we're 3 months away from being launched, there's still a lot we don't know about how things are going to happen. Someone stated on Twitter that this is obscurity by security or something like that. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know if I can agree with that. It's very, very clear, extremely clear. If you haven't gotten the message yet, they are attempting to time the launch of Holo and Holo Fuel with the bull run. So that's just evident. If it hasn't been evident now, I don't know what to tell you. So there's that. So that's why I personally believe it's gonna be September timeframe, but we'll see. Anything can happen. That's also when I believe that they're going to lower interest rates in September. So be on the lookout for that. In the United States, they're going to be lowering interest rates. They said that there was like a 3%. I guess inflation is lowered down to 3% or something like that. If it's not going to get to 2%, number one, before they say that they wanted to be 2% before they actually go down on rates. But they actually they're gonna let it get close, and then they're gonna hit the printer button again, and they're gonna lower interest rates, and then the money's gonna start printing again. The money's gonna start coming in, and obviously timing that with the bull run, Q4 is looking to be extremely what's the word, profitable. So yeah, looking forward to it. I don't want things to happen in September. I hope they happen in August, but just my luck and just what I've been seeing, just like many of you guys were excited, like, oh man, it's happening in Q2. And I'm like, it's not happening in Q2. I'm like, it's happening in Q3. If they say Q2, it's Q3. If they say Q3, I'm going to believe it's going to be the later months of Q3. Like, I don't, I understand that they can, especially that last AMA, not AMA, but the last, I guess, the Q&A session or update with Mary Camacho, which, by the way, I want you guys to pay attention to these updates because something seems very, very interesting. We, you know, the moves that Holochain makes is not for naught, or Holo makes is not for naught. The Why have a guest speaker um, the guest speaker kind of confused me because it seems like Mary Camacho was kind of on top of all of that stuff in the first place. So I'm wondering why there's an introduction to another person that it was. I don't know. It was just kind of weird to me. So I think there's a move here, and I don't know what that is for having this individual be a guest. But he did a good job. I mean, I'm not talking trash or anything like that. In the I don't know. There's still a lot of questions out there pertaining to the AMAs. So, but anyway, going back to the AMA, the last AMA, Matt Schutte. It was just kind of refreshing. They did a lot of stuff. You know, as you guys know, I'm a Matt Schutte fan. I don't know if I'm a fan of him personally. I don't know him personally at all. Like, I don't know any of these guys personally. Never talked to any of these guys personally. So I don't know them. But the reason why I kind of understand Matt Schutte so well is because I'm extremely, excuse me, I grew up philosophical. I grew up in religion. I grew up in theology. I grew up thinking about being able to ask hard questions about life and about how nature works and stuff. And so when Matt Schutte talks and when he gives examples, I understood it right off the bat because I understood where he was coming from. But that's because the language and the way he talks is very, very similar to how I used to do things actually when I was in the ministry. And so I understand him better. Mary Camacho and David Atkinson, I have no idea. Like, to me, when they talk, it's like hitting a brick wall, and I don't know why. But it's not like they're doing bad. It's not like I don't understand them. It's just that I don't understand the Holochain project as well. When Holochain or Holo project as well when Mary Camacho, worse David Atkinson, more with Mary Camacho. Mary Camacho has been in a lot of public places speaking a lot about Holochain and using great examples. So not so much Mary Camacho, but more David Atkinson for real. Especially, I don't know, like I like the fact that Matt Schutte was heading up these AMAs, the last AMA, rather than David Atkinson. I think it flows better. I think he knows what he's doing when it comes to answering questions. That's just my own personal opinion. I could be wrong. All right. As you guys know, I guess I should finish with Holochain before I get into the events that happen in the United States, which all of you guys, most everyone is aware right now. But as you guys know, excuse me, let me go back. Sorry. With Holochain, I do believe it's going to be in September when they actually have the launch. I don't think it's going to be in August. I know some people were saying, Mary Camacho made that statement that, they can't afford any more setbacks. You're always going to have setbacks when it comes to actually launching materials and stuff. Forgive my little bit of sweat here, you guys. I just came from the beach, so I was about an hour on the road listening to a lot of the news and stuff like that, which I'm going to get into in just a second. So, but yeah, I think the project is going good. I think it's going strong. Again, like I said, we still have a lot of questions about exactly how Holo Fuel is going to work, how the swap is going to work. Nathan, I will say this. Nathan has stated multiple times, and many of you guys, I've stated to you guys, I've made many videos, well, 3 or 4, but I've made a couple of videos really trying to get you guys to understand. Hey, if you swap over into Holo Fuel, you are not going to be able to cash that out, especially if you're in the United States of America. Matter of fact, we still have questions about how we are going to be able to get involved in the markets. Is Holo Fuel going to come out and then Hot is going to be in the markets, or is Holo Fuel going to come out and or is Hot going to be available in the U.S. and then Holo Fuel will be available? We only have a couple of months, so I don't know. My best guess is that they're going to try to make this happen simultaneously. I think this is going to be the worst nightmare for us living here in the United States of America. They release Holo Fuel. Holo Fuel is out. Hosts can earn Holo Fuel. Can't do anything with Holo Fuel. Can't can't transfer it out because why? It's not available in the United States. It's just not. So until they eventually do, which we don't know how long that's going to be. So again, like I stated before, that's going to be our worst nightmare for some people. Um, and and it's not just the value of hot. It's the value of hollow fuel because it's the value of hollow fuel is tied to. I mean, hot is tied to the value of hollow fuel. So they all work congruently, and we have to understand that. Hey, we only got like two to 3 months max, supposedly, of the launch, and we still ain't got no answers. Also, going back to uh, the marketing, what exactly is Holochain trying to do, and what can they do, and how can they improve? What is their main message? In religion, everyone has their main message, right? Well, for a lot of people in Taoism, it's about balance. With fundamentalists, it's about believing in Jesus Christ as the Lord and personal Savior. And I can go on and on with different religions and stuff, in different cultures. But even in business, you have different, with Toyota and that's kind of there's a little bit about Toyota. We're not getting into that, but with Toyota, what they did back in the day and how they changed things and how they changed customer service, and they had a message, right? A lot of these major companies always have a message. Back when Bill Gates and what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. For Apple, but anyway, why I can't think of his name? Anyway, but they all had a message. They all had the drive. Here's what we're trying to do. Disney had that same thing when he created Disney. He was very, very inspirational and creative. He had a message, right? I'm still trying to figure out what that message is with Holochain. And there's so many things that Holochain can do. But what exactly is the message, and how do you drive that message, and so that people can understand okay, here's where we're going and here's what we're trying to do. And they say, okay, if you're trying to do this, now that has more questions, and now people are interested. If I say that I'm going to be king of America, which is impossible, but let's say I say I'm going to be king of America, and people be like, BS, dude, you're not gonna be king of America. But then I have a page of saying and outlining how I'm going to do it and where I'm trying to go, to be like, oh, well, okay. Oh, well, okay. Oh, well, okay. No, dude, you crazy. Okay, so there's always a message there. I don't know what that message is for Holochain. And we're going to find out exactly, I guess, in the next 3 months or so, what that message is. But honestly, they should have been creating this a long time ago. That's just my own personal opinion when it comes to business, when it comes to wanting to spread kind of like your word, kind of even naturally, not even just through channels of social media channels, but just word of mouth type of channels, and I know some people are like, oh man, it's not a religion. Everything that you do in life, there's some kind of message behind it. People have been persuaded to do things, whether good or bad, to do anything, or to buy a product, or to purchase a project, or be involved in a community. So again, there has to be a message there, and that message has to be right. So I'm not going to beat it with a dead horse, but that's very important. Sorry about my little chicks back here. Every once in a while, I have chicks in this back room, and I raise them, and then I send them outside. But anyway, going back to the important thing. Obviously, we had an assassination attempt on Trump. You guys know I am very, very, how should I say, I am very much independent, very, very, very much independent. And there's a lot of information out there. I just want you guys to please, like I said with Holochain, please do your research when you and have common sense when you're actually watching the news and reading the newspapers. I'm not really disturbed. This doesn't bother me that much. Obviously, I was in the military. I understand that people get shot all the time. I understand that in life anything can happen. So please, people, please value your life. I'm not going to get into whether it was staged or whether it was not staged, and I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories, but here's one thing: a person got injured and a person died. You know, you got a person dying at a rally. Whatever, if it was staged or whether it was not staged, that's an ugly situation. Um, we know that the world is kind of falling apart. To be honest with you, America is extremely divided right now, and I'm gonna try to be as nice as possible. America is divided because our leaders aren't being honest on both sides. They're just not. They're not telling people what's really killing them. They're not telling them what's really hurting them. Financially, they're making sure that people are uneducated when it comes to finance. We've been born and raised in a certain type of environment that it kind of restricts our ability to be able to properly do research and to be able to have critical thinking skills. So it's very important that you guys do that. Think for yourselves. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to continue to gather up information. I do know that for a fact that, you know, the parties are going to go after each other, all that stuff, whatever. But it's very important that you guys stay safe out there, especially if you're over here in the United States of America. Already there was a bar fight somewhere. I can almost guarantee it was politically. I haven't read any stories on it. It was a bar fight. 4 people died. 10 injured, something like that. Bar, you know, shots fired in a bar in Birmingham, Alabama. So I didn't even go into that because I was too busy looking at uh, all of the stuff with Trump and stuff like that. So, but anyway, please, as I always say, I'm going to end it right there. As I always say, please do your research, do your own research, do your own research, do your own research. And last but not least, above all else, you guys, I know that I haven't been making many videos lately. Again, I said, you know, my kids are kind of important to me. Really important to me. So I've been spending a lot of time with them. But please, whatever you do out there, above all else, stay safe out there. Okay, you guys? Please, please, please stay safe. Bye, you guys.